Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Friday. Happy New Year. I hope that you and your family have enjoyed your holiday season. I did as well. I had an opportunity to rest. I actually wasn't feeling so great, so last week was a great time to take some time for myself, as I always encourage you to do. I always tell you that you need to make sure that you take time for you so that you can rejuvenate. You are able to recoup and regroup, which is what I took some time to do. I am actually feeling a bit better. I was under the weather as well. So some of that time was recovery time, of course. And I am back. So welcome back to In the Trenches with Dr. Tammy. I have something new for you today. I am going to try something out. I hope that you enjoy it. So, we're calling this Friday Fire Take Fridays. So, that is my version of a Rapid Fire Friday by Dr. Tammy. So, you're going to get my take on some things that you all sent me, requested that I share, or give a very quick idea of what I think about what you had to say. So, the way this is going to work, we hope to do this once a month, and I will take some of those things that you have sent me. I will read them without having any previous thought on them and share right away what it is that I think. Some of the topics may be funny, some may be serious, some may just be thought provoking. So let's get right into it. Let's see how this is going to work. Topic number one: social media killed reality. What's Dr. Tammy's take on that? Well, I think that social media has most definitely gotten some people to a place in which they think that every single thing that they see taking place on social media is actually real when it's not. Let me share this. I know a lot of people who are on social media who actually post things, however, they're not 100% accurate, meaning their lifestyles. You know, people post things for likes, people post things to make money. I'm not mad at them. However, those who may be out of touch with reality may see those things as exactly how it is in the real world and start to try to model their lives after that. So, what I will say is there are some real things on social media. There are also some things that are not so real. So, I encourage you to discern what things are actually real and be very careful when you decide that you want to emulate what someone is doing on social media or try to copy those things in your life, because you could be placing yourself in a situation that you may not want to be in. So just be very careful. Everything you see is not 100% reality. Number two, when he is ready, you won't have to persuade him. All of his actions will fall in line with keeping you, because to lose you is not an option. Well, so there's a lot to unpack there. However, because we're doing pretty much fire take rapid fire, we're going to keep these pretty brief. If he is ready, and please don't be offended, everybody, remember what this is about. If he's ready, he's going to show it. If he's ready, you'll know it. Just like it said, his actions will support it. And let's us try not to get hung up on the words, because we often do that, because as individuals, both men and women, we want the other person to be ready when we're ready, but that's not always the case. So again, use your discernment, take the time to see what they're showing you as opposed to what they're saying to you, and then you will know whether or not it's actually going to lead to possibly something special. So if he's ready, I do believe that you will absolutely know it. Okay, number 3. Now this one, I think it's kind of funny as I'm looking at it. And this is what it says. When Little Miss I Can Do It Myself meets Mr. I Know You Can, but let me. I got tickled by this as I'm looking at it because it sounds like they may have been talking about me. When you've been single for so long, you will do everything by yourself without calling pretty much for help, without reaching out, because you're just so used to doing that. For example, yesterday morning, my cabinet in my bathroom, one of the doors just decided to fall off. I don't have time to figure out who it is that I'm going to call, who's going to be available, because who knows when that's going to take place. When can they come over and fix it? So, little I can do it myself. Went and got the tools, put that cabinet back together, and that was that. So, again, it would be really cool. It would be really super cool if a Little Miss I Can Do It Myself had somebody who could say or would say around that I know you can, but let me. Because as you've heard me say in previous episodes, such as the free-ish, that would have been one of those things that would have been so great that yesterday morning, when that door fell off of that cabinet, had I been able to say, hey, babe, you know what? Can you take care of this? Because I've got some other things I really need to handle. And it was done. And that's that. So this one is really cute. I thought it was super cute. Number 4. We have to bring back the men who still buy flowers, fill up gas tanks, plan dates, and open doors. Now, I'm going to say this. They haven't gone anywhere. They do exist. I know some men who do these types of things. Most of them, unfortunately, do not happen to be single. We can find those guys, or shall I say, they can find us, but they're few and far between. And one day, hopefully one will show up for you, because they do absolutely exist. And if you're anything like me, you will love to have a door open for you. Pull out your chair, Send me a flower every now and then. And it doesn't even have to be a dozen roses or anything like that. If you're listening, I love calla lilies. But it can be one single flower. It's the thought that counts. So again, they still exist. They still exist. They still exist. One just has to locate you. Number 5. Even a man who is not ready will get ready if you are what he really wants. Now, this one sounds a little bit like one from earlier where we spoke about him getting ready. Again, listen to what he's saying in comparison to his actions, because he could say to you, There are a few things that I need to take care of. However, while I am taking care of those things, I am going to focus on you, on us, and what it is that we're trying to build. Now, mind you, when he says those things, as long as those things are being backed up by action, you're perfectly okay. And give him some grace. Give him some grace, because if he's truly working towards something, he may need some grace. Everything isn't going to fall into place right away. And I think we're guilty of that. We're guilty of thinking that immediately everything's going to fall into place. If he's getting ready and he's told you he's getting ready and he's showing you he's getting ready for you and your future together, then don't push it. It's happening. You just need to receive it. That's my take. Number 6, you can come if you want. I want you to come with me. Know the difference. All right. So let me just say this, because I'm the kind that I'm not always out. I certainly don't go places when I'm not invited. So if you were to say to me, you can come if you want, then that automatically tells me that you really don't want me to come. You're going to leave it up to me to decide whether or not I think you want me to tag along. However, if you say to me, I want you to come with me, that's an invitation. And then I may or may not still go. However, you have made it clear that you would like my presence with you wherever it is that you're going. So when people are sharing information with you about trips, about parties, about any kind of event, then just make sure you pay attention to how it's being said. Know the difference. All right. So as we continue, let me apologize. I am still a little bit stuffy, so you may hear me try to clear myself just a little bit, because I'm still recovering. Number 7, biggest lesson learned this year is probably to not give so much of yourself to people who won't do the same for you. So, yes, I know 2025 just started. This was sent to me before 2024 ended. So, what I'm taking from this is that, again, we need to use discernment. We need to remember that it's okay to do for others. But I think we also have to remember that when you're doing something for someone, do it from your heart. We should not do something and automatically expect to receive something in return. Do it because you want to do it. Now, that does not mean just keep giving and giving and giving while you're being taken advantage of. Those are two very different things. Remember to give if you're a giver, because I am a giver. But I too am reevaluating some situations and looking at how I am going to continue to give to others in the upcoming year, because there have been some times in which I believe that I too, believe it or not, have been taken advantage of, that my kindness has been seen as a weakness when truly it's not. How do you think you remain to be blessed when you give to others without expecting anything of concern? But what I've learned is this: give is give, And takers, those who are truly takers and who have no intent on ever giving anything to anyone, not just you, they don't have a limit on what they take. So, again, use discernment. Give to those who you truly feel you should be giving to. I'm not going to say who you believe deserve, because who are we to decide who's deserving? But just be careful. Make sure that you're mindful of who you're giving your time to, who you're giving your services to, who you're giving to in general, because they may not be where you need to be spending the most of your time and efforts when it comes to giving. Number 8, find someone you can build with, not just chill with. Now, this one I like because I agree. If it were me, I definitely want somebody that I can build with. I've spoken about it numerous times on previous episodes. I am perfectly okay being with someone that we're building a legacy, because I hope that once I am no longer around on this earth, that I am leaving something for my children. And if he has children, I hope we're building something that we can leave for his as well. So I am all about building. Now, I also agree that not just chill with, because you can chill with anyone if that's what you so choose. However, wouldn't it be nice if you had that person who you can not only build with, but you can also chill? Because chill can mean so many things between the two of you. So for me, let me get a little bit of both. I'll take both of those for 200 Gallic. Build and chill, I'm down with both, as long as they come together in that one package with my person. Number 9, people make time for those who matter. People text and reply to the people that they prioritize. Never believe anyone who says they are too busy. If they wanted to be around you, they would. Okay, that's a big one. I will have to say that I agree. Because I've seen people who are busy all the time, yet every time that you see them, they have their phone in their hand, responding to a text message, checking their social media, or doing something, making sure that they're in communication with someone. However, those same people, I have heard them say to others, hey, I can't come out tonight, or I'm too busy. There's always a reason that they can't make time for the other person. So, again, I kind of agree with this one. No one's ever too busy for someone who they actually care about or want to spend time with. While I know there's only 24 hours in a day, because we're all busy. I get pretty busy as well. But I can tell you this. If I want to spend some time with you, or want to make time to talk to you on the phone or spend time texting with you, I'll step away for a minute to make that time, because that's how important you are to me. And I believe that if someone feels that way about you, then absolutely, 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 they are going to find the time. They're going to find the time, even if it's after they've worked and they need to wind down for a second, they will find the time. And I'm telling you something else. Atlanta, if you're in the Atlanta area and you need to travel to see someone, you can rarely ever get anywhere in 15 to 30 minutes. So please don't use that as an excuse, because if you really want to get there, you will. Because when you get there, guess what you can do? You can sit your tail down and get you some rest. So, again, I kind of agree with this one. If they want to, they will. Last one. Number 10. She doesn't care how much money you have. She wants to feel loved, and money can't buy that. Woo! Again, they must be talking about me because, as I've said so many times, it is not about the money. It's about the character of the person. It is about who they are as a whole. If it is money that moves you, he or she should reevaluate their connection with you. So again, for me, it is not about his money. I definitely want to feel love. I want to see it on you. I want to see it in your actions. It is the care and the love for me. And it's not the money. All right. So I hope that you have enjoyed our very first Fire Take Friday. I hope that you return next week to see what we've got coming back. We are going to dive back into some of our hot topics and some of the heavy topics. But again, Happy New Year. I hope that you and your family had an amazing holiday season. And hopefully next week I won't be stuffy. Enjoy your weekend. So glad to be back with you. Much love.